introductory session on the basics of cloud computing actually. So we just requested to our guest speaker, Mr. Hassan Irtaza, to just please elaborate the basics of cloud computing for us, or to understand us with the process of cloud computing basically. So just let's start the session. Uh, so, Mr. Hassan Irtaza Saab, tell, could you please start with the definition of what is cloud computing? Yeah?
Thank you for calling me. And first of all, I want to tell you what is cloud computing. Cloud computing is on demand availability of computer resources and IT departments,
Hmm.
which works covered by IT departments actually. So when we are talking about what is cloud computing, so it's fair enough that we all know that with the words cloud computing, that save your data on internet online where you can access anywhere in the world. So it is basically you can
Bro, I can't listen you. I can't listen you. I think your hand is not working properly.
Hello.
Yes, I am listening to you now. Fair enough to go. So for this, you just have to elaborate us again.
yes, about cloud computing that it is just about giving you the IT information and IT works which IT department can do. You can do it by using cloud computing, and you can store your data as well in cloud computing. There are few things which we have to keep in mind that how it works actually. It is basically the advanced form which we use nowadays. The basic things which we use in cloud computing is to store data. And there are few things which we know about that Amazon started Amazon with the name Amazon Web Service. It is basically a cloud computing, but as well as it provides you many features. You
Okay,
can
sorry to interrupt, bro. But I just want to clear myself with you so that I can go on with you with whatever you are saying. Firstly, I just want to start with as far as I understand. So, cloud computing is basically to store some data of yours online or some server placed
yes,
anywhere in the world. Is it?
uh, yes, yes. Basically, you are saying right, but there are many things which you can do there. If we talk about the hosting servers, they also provide you hosting servers as AWS is concerned, Amazon Web Service. They can provide many features, at least new features added in 1 year in Amazon Web Service. So it's basically are
That's a very
innovating and
wide range actually.
yes, yes, of course.
Introducing features is not a small thing for the one who is introducing so many features yearly. That's a very big thing actually.
Yes, yes, because we all know that when we don't spend time on innovating something, so we lack in that department.
Obviously, this is actually the main thing we all of us just have to focus on. This is the main
Yes,
thing to innovate ourselves actually.
yes, of course, because we know that on daily basis we get another competition. Whenever
Yeah,
we spend,
obviously, if you are not updating yourself with the time or with the the current competitors in the market, if you are not going an extra mile from them, you are just gonna fail.
yes, yes, of course, of
This is the
course.
matter nowadays going on with everyone. If someone
Uh,
is not innovating himself herself.
Yes, that's the best thing about AWS that they listen to the users' queries and trying to innovate their products, their features, and facilitate them with much better than their competitors. So if I'm gonna continue this from next that if there is any game servers. There are many kind of storages in that we talk about. You can use it for general purpose, which includes warehousing that you can store your data, and there are many other things like you want to store large databases and
Hmm.
the data is unstructured, so you can use other storage other
Okay, I
storages which
understand
are
there are so many services or so many other things you can do with AWS, where with the cloud computing, with the app of AWS, you can do basically so many things with the cloud computing thing. The next thing I want to ask is what is, yeah, USP, unique selling feature of cloud computing? What is the main edge they are giving us? They are giving to the
uh,
anyone who is using it. What is the basically main USP?
Yes, first of all, I would want to start with that when we see in back, we see that there are many large memories where we can store
Hmm.
data, then microchips introduced, and then we don't even need them. So actually, starting with that, the companies are using computer systems to store their data, and which if that computer fails, then you can lose your data actually. So you can store it on
Here
online that
I have one more question from this point. Is cloud computing only for large companies or big manufacturers or multinationals, or some or for any individual?
no, no. It's effective for any kind of business
Hmm.
because it's very
Okay.
cost effective actually. It's work on
That's very nice for the for anyone who is running his own individual business, or like there's a small manufacturing companies or a single manufacturing companies, like homemade companies, homemade businesses.
yes, I understand your question actually. Wait, I have to check my system. Do you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing
Hello?
you. Yes, I'm hearing.
Okay. Thank you. So when we talk about that, how it influence your business? That's your question, am I right?
I asked that is there the cloud computing basically is for everyone, for small manufacturers or the homemade companies, yeah, home businesses like that kind. They can they actually use the cloud computing, or the cloud computing thing is just only for the main or multinational companies or big manufacturers like that.
No, no. Actually, it's for all kind of businesses. If
I,
we talk
I
about
think that is the basic edge they are giving to everyone.
yes, yes. Nowadays, you see that the call centers, data centers are very much introduced, and they are spreading widely and very much faster.
Yeah.
Everyone is doing that. So its work on that data centers are very much actually. So you can use it for your EAs, and you can
Okay.
have better features than other things.
Hmm.
So it's uh, because it's very much cost effective. It's not concern of multinational companies and small businesses. You can use it for anywhere, any kind of business, because it only charge you when you use it. Otherwise, they cannot charge
Okay,
you.
okay. Uh,
Yes.
I think
So
this is one of the best thing I am listening from you, that it only charges you when you purchase their service, or you can say in other words to generate sales or something like that kind of type. For I think so for many individual businesses who are running sole proprietorship type kind of business,
yes, yes,
they are much fond of this feature actually,
yes,
because
yes,
they don't know how much they are gonna earn or how much they're gonna sell. So they just have to pay for that particular time or for that instance when they are generating some sales or like that. Huh?
yes, yes. Of course, you are right.
Got it.
So, when we talk about cloud computing criteria or what is their scope in the world, Actually, I want to tell you that the cloud computing certificate is on the top 10 certificates in the world.
That's very nice
So
actually.
the world is innovating towards this, as Pakistan is a few years back than other countries. So there is not that much cloud computing usage. So in future, I think that in 2 to 3 years, you can see cloud computing everywhere.
Hmm. And this is very good thing actually. I think so. All of our youth of our nation just need to innovate themselves with the world as well, so that
Yes,
they just keep all the things in their hands.
yes,
Well,
yes, of course.
basically, this is the thing. So, one more question I want to ask from you is there any programming or coding in cloud computing?
Yes, there is any programming or coding actually. If you talk about, they provide you, I tell you that they provide many much features. So if you have any, like you call about the hosting, like WordPress, you have to make host. So there is a host available that when you playing a game, online game actually, so you know that you have to connect to this servers.
Yeah,
So they can
absolutely,
provide
absolutely.
you, so they can provide you the servers themselves.
Hmm.
Uh, that is the advantage of them, and there is instances and hosts. You can make hosts, and they make instances further, so keep your data not fluctuating anywhere in this
Yeah,
particular.
that's another very good thing actually.
Yes, of course.
And so, could you please tell us from which institutions we can just enroll ourselves or register ourselves with the cloud computing course, or what it costs us? Basically,
Yes,
the main major questions of so many of the students out there, they're just looking for the price. Obviously, uh, so I just want to know the price, what it cost us. Although it is a very, a very innovative kind of thing, very innovative kind of certification. If someone is having this, so he or she just gonna, get advantage in the future, in the near future as well from this. So please tell me about it cost, and about the institutions who are offering this course to us.
there are many institutions who are covering this course. Actually, I
Okay.
want to say that Amazon is providing their own lectures, which
Hmm.
is effective, and you can use it. You can learn from there, which is AWS Skill Builder. You have to log in from Amazon account, and you can avail this feature, avail this course freely. You don't have to pay anything. But after learning that course, you have to give test to Amazon.
Obviously, that test was, a compulsory kind of thing. If someone learns that course free of course, then he or she should have to give the test as well, to
Yes, yes,
just check him or herself that if he or she is eligible for this or not for the future.
of course. I want to tell you one more thing that
Sure, sure.
Amazon is very much reluctant for the people who want to learn this. So they give you this course freely, so that everyone can learn and use their features, so that they can innovate themselves furthermore. Actually, so if you talk about that, if anyone there wants to do course anything, like he expects to get good salary in future, so I must recommend that he or she can do this course.
From all these points, and whatever the information you gave us, I can say this is the main of courses every institute is offering us. This is the main of them.
Yes,
So everyone who is watching this, I must say that if someone is offering you the cloud computing, you have to go with this. You should go with this actually, because it is the most demand. It would be, and it is the most demanding course going on. So, is there anything else you want to say, Mr. Hassan Irtaza?
I I must add that if you can learn this course from AWS Skill Builder actually, so you must have some on hand experience,
Hmm.
which is very much important in any kind of field actually. So
Yes.
after having that on hand experience and very much experience in that kind of field, so I think that you would be very much successful in future, because this is the
Sure,
basic
indeed, exactly that exact thing is this actually what you have just described to us. So this is all the session about the introductory session on cloud computing. We have gathered the basic informations from Hassan Irtaza. We all have to know the basics of basically cloud computing. So, thank you, Mr. Hassan. It was an honor having you with us, and thank you for
thing.
giving us your very precious time. I know how much precious it is because you just have to put yourself online on WhatsApp. So, the usual stuff.
Actually, it's we have to make it comfortable for us actually, because we have to make an arrangement for that kind of meeting, so that we can interact with easily actually.
Mm,
So
exactly.